This research seeks to find solutions and strategies to mitigate the harmful behaviors caused by implicit bias. The problem is that awareness alone cannot solve the problem of biased behavior. We need to be mindful and practice creating new associations in our brains to consciously practice inclusion. There's a lot of training, but no research validated methods to address our unconscious bias. The purpose of this study is to find empirical evidence to support mindfulness as a tool to foster inclusion and mitigate bias. Implicit bias is shown to lead to exclusion and inequities ranging from the quality of education received to longer jail sentences and poor medical care for some population. Also, barriers to opportunity and the untapped potential and engagement that is created from implicit bias hurts individuals and organizations. Practicing inclusion must be conscious. We either consciously include or unconsciously exclude. The research did not provide direct information linking mindfulness to reducing exclusive behavior. However, it does lend itself to the feasibility of mindfulness as a tool to help us observe ourselves, our feelings, and our behaviors from a non-judgmental, almost third-party viewpoint, or in Freud's writing, as an observer of our ego. Many biases arise from our automatic responses to differences, our need for safety and or expediency, as well as our experience and our perspectives. We have empirical evidence that mindfulness can be used as an emotional regulation tool, lending itself to the possibility of mitigating those automatic responses. The research question is, does mindfulness mitigate negative behaviors triggered by implicit bias? Using a stroke test and participant observation and feedback, this study will measure the implicit attitudes and stereotypes before and after a 20-minute-a-day mindfulness meditation on connection over a 30-day period. Before the implicit bias course, participants will take a stroke effect test to measure the strength of associations between concepts and their evaluation or stereotypes. Participants will retake the stroke test after the implicit bias course. In the second round of testing, participants will take the stroke effect test after the mindfulness course and again after they have practiced mindfulness meditation on connection for 20 minutes a day over a 30-day period. Our blind spot of implicit bias does not make us good or bad. It just makes us human. Ethical considerations include the maintenance of a judgment-free learning environment.